The Ravens' problems began on Monday morning with the TMZ release of the video of Ray Rice. Social media, it went viral. It has been a mushroom cloud of controversy, concern, and questions since.
The Baltimore Ravens' 2014 season was barely a week old. The team was hosting its top rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Off the field, the Ravens had just released one of their top players amid controversy. Emotions were high.
Enough talking. You gotta do it on the field. Let's go. Let's go. Purple and black. Ravens on three. 1, 2, 3.
The foundation of the Ravens had been shaken, its character questioned. But against the Steelers, all of Baltimore bonded, and Pittsburgh never had a chance.
Roethlisberger complete. Justin Brown has it. Shimmy shake. Ball comes loose. Ravens recover. Flacco throws wide open back in the end zone. Touchdown! And the Ravens strike first.
It was a complete team victory. The Ravens forced 3 turnovers, sacked Ben Roethlisberger twice, and held Pittsburgh without a touchdown for the first time in their last 17 meetings.
Third quarter, Ravens have the lead 10-6. Flacco rolls to the left. He throws wide open. Touchdown! What a message of unity for this team to stand tall and beat the Steelers.
All right, what do they say? Football doesn't build character, it exposes character. All right, that was a character win right there. We stood shoulder to shoulder with faith in everything we need to have faith in, okay? I'm proud of you.
Be real men. Let's go. Let's go win the championship, baby.
The measure of a team is how it deals with adversity.
All we need is one another. We got faith and we got guts. Oh, we got a lot of good football players, too.
The 2014 Ravens were coming off the first season without a playoff berth under John Harbaugh. They lost 19 players to injured reserve, including 3 members of the starting secondary. Yet, they persevered. The Ravens had the finest offensive season in franchise history. New single-season records were set for most yards and points. Free agent signees Justin Forsett and Steve Smith Sr. each gained over 1,000 yards.
Let's take the next step. We got everything we need in this circle. It's going to come down to all of us. All of us will have an opportunity to win this game.
The defense also reached new heights. The league's top pass-rushing duo, Terrell Suggs and Elvis Dumervil, combined for 29 sacks, the most by any tandem in the league.
Bettenberger under pressure. He's hit. He's dropped in the end zone.
In 2014, the Ravens returned to the playoffs for the 6th time in 7 seasons.
The Ravens are in the tournament. The Ravens are there. Let's go, man. Let's go. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh, Ravens. That's us.
After opening the season 1-1 at home against the Bengals and Steelers, the Ravens arrived in Cleveland eager to close out the first half of their division schedule on a winning note.
Forsett's got room around the left edge. 15, 10, 5. Darts from the pylon. Down at the 1. Give us to Talaferro straight ahead. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
Trailing in the 4th quarter, Baltimore got a lift from its special teams.
Condon's kick is blocked. Asa Jackson came crashing from the left edge, and the Ravens have plenty of hope left.
With just over 2 minutes remaining and the Ravens down 1, Sam Cook pinned the Browns deep in their own territory.
Oh, yeah. Great job, Sam. Great punt by Sam Cook.
Cook's 43.3 net average led the NFL, and his 58-yard punt set up the game-winning drive.
Flacco throw on far sideline. He's got Steve Smith Sr. open. Makes the catch! Steve Smith Sr. with a huge reception. 4 seconds remaining. The Ravens trail by 1. Tucker with 6 game-winning kicks in his career. His try for number 7 is up, and it is good! And the Ravens win in Cleveland.
In Week 4, Steve Smith Sr. continued his hot start to the season. Facing his former team for the first time, Smith Sr. had a game for the ages.
3rd and short. Flacco lost it, far sideline. Tip, caught, Steve Smith Sr. And he's going to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Ravens.
He's a happy man. It looked like it was a volleyball drill where he just tips it to Steve Smith Sr. How crazy is that?
Hey, you knew you were gone after you caught it?
Yeah. Steve Smith Sr. is there. He makes the catch. Flacco just lobbed it as if he knew Steve Smith Sr. was going to have his man beat.
You know Joe dropped that snap.
Doesn't matter. I still got to do my job.
You guys said you were going to send him against that team and winner, and everybody here did it. And I will add, the oldest player in the history of the National Football League to have 400 yards in his first 4 games. Come on, man. Hello. Come
on. Smith Sr. was a primary benefactor of a record-setting season for quarterback Joe Flacco.
Flacco to throw. He's got Steve Smith Sr. open. Caught 30-yard line. Bengal 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ravens.
What a phenomenal job of Joe Flacco.
Flacco set new career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. He led an offense that scored over 400 points and 5,800 total yards, both franchise records for a single season. No game was offense more on display than against the Bucs.
Flacco lobs it near side. Campanaro reaches up and makes the catch.
Flacco threw 5 touchdowns, including 4 in the first quarter, leading the Ravens to a franchise record 38 first-half points.
Looking for Steve Smith Sr. Smith Sr. has it inside the 5. He's in. Touchdown! And the Ravens are making this one into a laugher.
Led by perennial All-Pro Marshall Yanda, the Ravens' offensive line was a driving force behind Flacco's success. The line, also featuring standout Jeremy Zuda in his first year as a Raven, surrendered just 19 sacks, second fewest in the league.
Awesome job of blocking. That was a work of art. If you're a play caller, you gotta love the way your offensive line is taking it to that defensive line.
In Week 10, the Ravens' offense tested the patience of its head coach.
Flacco on first down is a hit and sack.
Come on, guys. That can't happen.
After falling behind by 7, a critical 4th down turned the momentum of the game.
Do it, go for it.
4th down and less than 1, and the Ravens are going for it.
Quick count. Everybody knows we're running the ball here. Let's get it, all right? Quick count.
The pitch goes to Forsett, tries to get around the left edge, and he will. He's in the 5. He'll walk in for the touchdown.
Right now.
The Ravens outscored Tennessee 14-0 in the second half, headed to their bye week at 6-4, ready for the playoff push.
We got a 6-week season to a championship.
The Ravens returned, ready for a run. Justin Forsett broke loose on Baltimore's first play of the game.
Forsett runs right up the middle. He's got a hold. Breaks a tackle. 30. Heading to the far side. 40. And finally pulled down.
That's what he's been doing all year long.
Forsett squeezes through a hole. He's in midfield.
That was an attitude run. Outstanding job of Justin Forsett.
Forsett running to the right. He cuts it back to the 10. 5. He's in for a touchdown. Justin Forsett making it look easy.
Forsett rushed for a career-high 182 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Ravens improved to 7-4.
of the backfield. He'll get the carry. Left side, he's got a big hole. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Ravens! Justin Forsett and the Hayes in the barn.
Forsett was signed in 2014 as a free agent by Ozzie Newsome and his staff, and emerged as one of Baltimore's most dynamic weapons, earning his first ever trip to the Pro Bowl.
Forsett running to the right, big hole, 40, 45, 50, leg race near sideline 40. A 52-yard run for Justin Forsett.
Forsett rushed for 1,266 yards, fifth most in the NFL. He had 17 carries of more than 20 yards and averaged 5.4 yards per carry, leading the league in both categories.
That's the way to run, man. That's how you go.
Following a 1-point loss to the Chargers, the Ravens traveled to Miami looking to bounce back.
We failed to play short last week. That means we need one more out of everybody.
Instead, they fell behind early.
Tannehill fires to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown.
The defense kick-started the comeback. In the final 3 quarters, Baltimore held the Dolphins to just 161 yards, and the Ravens recorded 6 sacks, including 3.5 by Elvis Dumervil.
Tannehill steps up, hit, and he's dropped. Elvis Dumervil. Tannehill steps up, hit, and he's dropped again. A 5th sack for the Ravens today. Pocket collapsing, sack. Elvis Dumervil and Terrell Suggs.
The offense awoke and scored touchdowns on 4 of its final 5 possessions.
Flacco rolls to the right, fires quickly, caught. Touchdown! And the Ravens are going to get their 8th win and stay very much alive in the playoff picture.
That victory sets us up going forward. That's our beginning right there. And we got to go to work next week, right? Yeah. We aren't messing around.
There was no messing around with the Ravens' pass rush in 2014. Their pursuit of quarterbacks was relentless.
Roethlisberger under pressure. He's sacked. Elvis Dumervil. Let's go!
Number 98, Brandon Williams, helped anchor a defense that ranked 2nd in the NFL with 49 sacks. Leading the way was Elvis Dumervil with 17.
Elvis Dumervil has just set the Ravens franchise record for the most sacks in a season.
At inside linebacker, veteran Darryl Smith and rookie C.J. Mosley guided a Ravens defense that finished 2nd in red zone efficiency and 6th in points allowed. Mosley had a team-high 129 tackles.
Mosley with 2 interceptions, 7 passes defense, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. He's got a complete set of stats.
Dumervil and Mosley were each named to the 2014 Pro Bowl. But the pulse of the Ravens defense remained their all-time sack leader, Terrell Suggs.
These boys ain't expecting nothing but an ass whipping. Do not disappoint them.
In his 12th season with the Ravens, Sizzle continued his dominant play.
Terrell Suggs delivers the knockout shot.
And in Week 15 against the Jaguars, he paced an 8-sack attack with 2.5 of his own.
We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun out here.
Ravens bring blitz pressure. Bortles is hit and sacked back at the 10. It's Terrell Suggs with his 2nd sack of the game.
You didn't like the... You didn't like it?
Ravens rush forward. Bortles has to scramble, run to the left, and he's taken down. And the Ravens will come away with their 9th win of the season that keeps the Ravens in complete control of their playoff destiny.
A Week 16 loss to Houston meant that the Ravens needed a win and a Chargers loss to reach the postseason for the 6th time in 7 years under John Harbaugh.
Bring all you got. We need to win this game. The season ain't over.
Do you want to be your last one as a Raven? Hell no!
The Ravens' quest for a playoff berth did not start as expected.
And the Ravens, with a goal-to-go situation, cannot punch it into the end zone.
There's 5 guys over there. There's nothing you can do.
Wow, that was as ugly as it has gotten all day.
Looks like we got a little panic. No reason to panic. Just play ball. Let's go. Come on.
In times of need, you turn to your leader. Trailing 10-3 going into the fourth quarter, Joe Flacco put the team on his shoulders.
Flacco throwing deep. Near side, Torrey Smith reaches up and makes the catch. Flacco to throw on first down. Back in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. And the Ravens have the lead.
Great job.
In the fourth quarter, Flacco was 8 for 9 with 161 yards passing, leading the Ravens to 17 unanswered points. With a return trip to the postseason on the line, the Ravens secondary rose to the occasion.
Shaw throws near sideline, intercepted by Lardarius Webb. The Ravens are in the playoffs. And Dean Pease secondary, which has struggled so much, does the job.
Way to go, boy.
Joe Flacco, you put us on your shoulders, all right? You're a leader. You won us a game when we had to win a game to get us in the playoffs. Great job. You did what you had to do.
All back. We all here together. This is our game. When we play, do your job, and we'll leave victorious. We'll leave victorious. Let's go.
If the Ravens were going to advance beyond the first round of the playoffs, they were going to have to do something they'd never done before: win a postseason game in Pittsburgh. The physical battle started early. Baltimore's defense sacked Ben Roethlisberger 5 times and kept the Steelers out of the end zone for 3 quarters.
Yes! Yes, sir! They don't win with field goals. Nice job. They don't win with field goals.
12 and a half minutes to play in the first half. Ravens down 3. Second and goals from the Steelers 5. Bernard Pierce checks in. He gets the carry. He's in. Touchdown! And the Ravens have their first lead of the night.
With the Ravens leading by just a point, Flacco came out firing in the third quarter.
Flacco to throw. He throws it deep. Near sideline, looking for Steve Smith Sr. Goes up and makes the catch.
Wow, you talk about making a statement.
How about that? How about that?
Steelers rush 3. Flacco hit. Still standing. Now he runs to his left. Throws to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. What a play by Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco! Flacco!
You talk about extended plays, Big Ben will take that because that's what Joe Flacco did on that play.
Hey, that's the way to stay alive. Woo, way to make a play.
A Steelers touchdown closed the gap to 5.
Hey, it don't matter. That's right. It don't matter. Overcome everything. It does not matter. We overcome everything.
It was now up to the defense to make a play. And the longest tenured Raven came up with one that will be remembered forever.
Roethlisberger looks to the right, spins out of a sack, throws the check down pass, intercepted, picked off at the 22-yard line.
He caught it! He caught it! He caught it!
Terrell Suggs actually caught the ball between his legs, and Suggs with his first interception of the season. It is huge.
That's the greatest catch in the history of football.
Well, the Ravens had never won a playoff game in Pittsburgh before, but you can take never off the books now.
No, we move on. I just cracked my back.
There's the office for closed door, huh?
For the greatest catch in the history of football, on the interception that turned the game, Terrell Suggs. Let's grab. You made the one that counted. And to the best quarterback in football coming here and getting this win, Joe Flacco. Congratulations.
In the AFC divisional playoff, the Ravens traveled to New England for their fourth playoff game in Foxborough in the last 6 years.
Trust your teammates, your passion for the game, and your love for the men that you play with.
Baltimore jumped on top early and twice held a 14-point lead.
Steve Smith Sr., touchdown Ravens!
But the Ravens' run would end in Foxborough this time, losing by 4 points to the eventual Super Bowl champions.
And the Ravens season finds its end today in Foxborough.
In 2015, the Ravens will be celebrating their 20th season in the NFL. Coach John Harbaugh will once again lead his team into battle. Guiding the offense will be new coordinator Mark Trestman. As Bears head coach, Trestman's offense scored the second most points in 2013. He will look to build on the success the Ravens had in 2014 and bring them to new heights in 2015. Helping that cause will be the return of running back Justin Forsett. Forsett will join forces with Flacco, Steve Smith Sr., and a largely intact offensive line.
Let's go!
On the other side of the ball, the Ravens signed cornerback Jimmy Smith to a 4-year extension. Combined with the return of Pro Bowlers Elvis Dumervil and C.J. Mosley, as well as Terrell Suggs, the core of the Ravens defense remains strong.
I want Super Bowl rings and championship.
In 2014, adversity revealed the Ravens' true character. A team willing to stand together and play like a Raven. In 2015, the bonds forged will unite a team as they set out on their quest for a return to greatness.